So this over here is my friend Dean, and you won't believe what he has created in his backyard. A literal zoo. I'm literally like a kid in a candy store. Look at these incredible animals. It's only a dream to be able to work with such incredible animals and just live with them. Who wouldn't want this in their backyard? I know I need it. So Dean, what has made you want to create like an awesome zoo in your backyard? I mean, this isn't even the half of it.
Since I was a kid, I was actually very fascinated with reptiles. I do love all animals in general. I've been watching all the Animal Planet, that time Animal Planet shows and everything. My passion lies by reptiles, but mostly by all the iguana species and also some crocodilian species that you'll see later. So yeah, for me it's education. If I can learn or teach people more about these fascinating animals, they're very rare in the wild. I want to teach young people from young age to respect reptiles, to respect iguanas. They might look scary and intimidating, but I'm telling you what, these are lovely animals. Yeah, these are Cyclura cornuta. These are the Rhino iguanas. Actually half the size is what they actually need to be. They actually get big. They get about 8 to 12 kilos. I've seen some big ones before. As you can see, this is a hibiscus tree, which I grow in my back garden. Cyclura loves the leaves, and they actually love the flowers more. So the female might come around. The male, yeah, he's not too fond of me though. Come. There we go. If you actually have a look at the camera, because we are in the high veld of Gauteng, winters do get pretty cold here. But I'm lucky enough that we don't get freezing temperatures here. So they actually stay outside the whole year. At night time I do provide them with some heating. So they mostly spend their time on top of that rock there, and then they will come down as the sun moves, and they'll bask in the sun for a couple of hours. This is my spectacled caiman enclosure. In the water there's the male, outside is the female. Currently she is gravid, so what she'll do is obviously she'll bask there in the daytime just to build up her body heat so that the eggs also get the right amount of heat. And as you can see over here, this is her mound where she would lay her eggs in. This consists out of compost, normal potting soil. I've got some grass in here. So she will at night time climb out of the water, jump on top here. Then what she'll do is when she's a few days from laying eggs, she'll actually go down and scratch all the excess material and push it up towards the mound so that you can actually make the mound as high as possible. Then she'll start digging around, feeding the temperature with her feet. If the temperature where she wants to lay it, it's not too hot or not too cold. And let's get more people out there. Let's get more people to wanna learn about them. What better way to learn about them than to see how they breed, to see how they've been kept. Feed them every once a week, maybe twice a week, which consists of some chickens and fish and small mammals and stuff. But yeah, they're also very placid. It's not like I'm going to go inside there and they're going to try and attack me or something. And the more we learn, the more we understand what the requirements are of keeping them.
Here you can see there are enclosures like wherever I walk. This backyard is jam-packed with incredible animals and incredible setups for these animals. You won't even see half of them because there's just not enough time. So what's in this enclosure that you're going to show us now?
It's a surprise, but come have a look. So in here we've got another Cyclura species, which is called Cyclura figensi, which is a North Bohemian rock iguanas. So I've brought some of their treats here.
Can we go in and feed them?
You're more than welcome. Let's go in and feed them. Here they come. Here we go. There's the one blueberry for you over there. What else do you want? Just don't bite me. There's one for you there. The reason why I like them a lot is look at the pink on them. So the males will actually go very pink in the breeding season. If the camera can pick it up, their eyes have got very red on the sides. So this will be to stop the glare where they come from in the natural habitat, because the sun glares on the beach sand and on the rocks. Yeah, these I keep here, keeping it. I've got another pair, but these are a little bit bigger, so I can't put them together. Obviously I've made the enclosure. I've got a ficus tree, some rock art lying around, and then at the back there you'll see there's a infrared heater obviously for the daytime. It's not mostly for the daytime temperatures in winter. Nighttime temperatures or nighttime, I do have a separate enclosure or separate you know, nighttime spot for them that we'll get to just now. You know, last night when I came outside, these rocks were actually still very warm, and they were actually outside. They actually went inside to go and sleep late last night when I came out to see if they came in and laid some eggs. These are almost fully grown. The female will get a little bit bigger. The male's a little bit staunch here because they are still young. The most important part for these guys, they get natural sunlight. You know, where they come from, they spend a lot of time outside in the sun. You know, I can come and sit inside here for an hour or 2 hours just admiring these guys, actually with all the Cyclura species, but the other guys don't seem to like me too much.
But having said that, it's also nice to admire them when you build such an elaborate setup for them, not just keeping them in a simple box or anything like that.
Yes, that's the most important is, you know, I've got a saying which says, if an animal's cage is set up properly, you've got a happy animal. And obviously, you know, with Cyclura, because the size they get, they need space. You know, I've got a shade area for them underneath a ficus tree. The rocks, like I explained just now, a heater in the day when it does get cold in the winter. So these guys are actually set up perfectly. Thanks, guys. We'll keep in touch later, eh? Oh, yes. There we go. There we go.
Look at this incredible room that Dean has created. What is in here?
So this room is actually part of my house.
It's part of the jungle too.
It's part of the jungle, yes. It's part of my zoo. So inside here you'll find dwarf species of crocodilian. Now, you know, when I say dwarf species, they still get quite a good size, but manageable size. So inside here, I've got a pair of Polysuchus trigonatus, which is smooth-fronted caiman, yes.
And it's perfect. There's like a cave that they can
There's a cave underneath there where they can hide. They like to come out at night time, walk around inside here. You know, we see just now, I've got all the plants hanging from here. The humidity in here is nice and high. So there's actually like a natural environment for them in here. They're climbing out at night, walking in front of the glass here. So I can be on the other side and just see this fascinating crocodiles, literally, you know, in my lounge. So, you know, I actually refill this fridge once a week. And believe me, I go through about, I say between 150 and 180 kilograms of greens. Anything varying from Chinese water spinach, Chinese cabbage, Chinese broccoli, mustard greens, pea shoot greens as well. I'll show you in this fridge over here. But in here currently, because my food is finished now, we'll have to get some more. Obviously, because they only 10% of their food, what they eat is fruit, I go through less of those than what I go through all the greens and stuff. And every day we chop and we feed them.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's not easy. So we go through quite a lot of vegetables here every day, even every week. About 40, 50 kilos of butternut and pumpkin. You know, it takes about 3 hours a day to grate the food, chop the leaves, separate the bigger pieces that we cut for the small iguanas and the big iguanas. And then some of the iguanas get a different diet. But at least, you know, I've got some guys that are very good equipped for that, helping me with it. We have some guys here, you know, from early in the morning to late in the afternoon, helping me out, getting the animals, you know, the cages cleaned, feeding them, and obviously I'll do all the health checks on them once or twice a week.
So this is another section of your backyard. What's so special about these enclosures, especially the ones on this side?
Like we said, winter time here in the Highveld does get cold, but there's a solution, and I'll show you what it is. What I've done in the outside cage, coming towards this side, there's a small gap in the wall at the bottom. So as I can show you guys over here, yeah, this is essentially their bedroom. Their bedroom. So what they'll do is they'll come through that hole, they'll sleep in here at night time. What makes this so special, it's not a normal room. So this room over here, what happens in the winter, I actually close off, and when they're inside here, I close off that gap inside so they don't come out at night. But this room over here, I've got some soft sand in here, as you can see. But here's the nice thing. They've got underfloor heating. And then also, I've got a panel heater inside here. So everything works with the thermostat. I can show you over here. Thermostat opens up. There's the thermostat. Everything inside here is set to about 26 degrees. I've actually done this with all my Cyclura species. It's a necessity to have especially for them in the winter time.
So what do you have in these enclosures that we're walking through now?
So over here, this side, I've got some Antillean iguanas, Iguana delicatissima, which is a lesser Antillean iguana. My other female here was busy digging, so this time of the year is breeding season over here. They do get sprayed once or twice a day. I've also got a water dish which I put on top for them as well. So my aim was to create a natural environment for this species of iguana, which I'll take him out now and show you guys. I'll first have to find him though, but I think we should have some luck. Oh, there he is. So Bryce, you found him. Sometimes it's not easy finding them. So obviously I keep them here in the summertime. If you can't get this one out, we'll take the one from the inside. It's so bushy they can hide inside here, so he feels safe and he feels secure in here. And over here also, I've got some baby Antillean iguanas, and then I'll open, then you can come and have a look if you want. So there they are, beautiful when they're younger, very, very green. Also, they don't get massively big. They're a medium species iguana.
So this is like a jungle room over here. Can you show us what is inside of this incredible room?
Sure, Bryce, I can. Welcome to the Fiji jungle. Come in, Bryce. So this is my Fiji room, where I keep all my Fiji iguanas. As you can see, all my cages, they're not sealed, they open because the room is temperature controlled. So this room is actually like a miniature jungle, miniature microclimate. I've got geckos inside here, some Madagascan day geckos running around in here. But this room is mainly for my Fiji iguanas. I've got pairs in each cages over here, got some small ones over there. I do breed them in here. They actually breed quite well because of the temperature inside here. This is Pachyluphus fasciatus. I can open up the one. This is actually one of my big and most, cunning males I have. I really want to show you this guy. He is a stunning male.
Oh wow, he's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely
No,
stunning.
and he's quite big. His female is supposed to be here somewhere, but
when your cages are decorated in this way, it's not the easiest thing to find.
It's not easy to see them. So obviously in here as well.
But they do better for it.
They do better. This is, I've got ficus trees in here. I've got hibiscus leaves growing inside here as well.
Yeah, so, and this room is escape proof, so it's not like
this whole room is sealed, double sealed. By the sliding door, by the windows, everything is sealed. They keep it closed. And I've got a fly screen that I close as well. All the ceilings, everything is closed, properly sealed, 100% sealed. Even actually sealed that the humidity can't get out. So they do come in variety of colors. As you can see just now, we can go through it. All of them, they look different. But this is actually a nice color female over here, which is also a fasciatus female.
Wow, so pretty.
She just had a meal, but also she's gravid. She's still very young though. I do have UV lights in for them here, which they do need. More than enough space for two females. Two females, a male and a female. And the most important thing is if you keep the room acclimated, they're happy. While I was busy making the room, I thought, let's put some plants and stuff inside, make it a little bit more, naturalistic for them. And everything is live plants, right? Everybody knows how difficult it is to keep humidity in an open cage like this. So what I've done is, I have made a plan to heat the room and to, how can I say, humidify the room. On top there, in the middle of the enclosure on top, there's a pipe sticking out. There's a nice big stream of mist coming out there, or fog. This will probably push the humidity up from about, if it's 60% to 80% in literally half an hour.
You're essentially building your own microclimate in this entire room, so whatever the cages are sitting at, that's their perfect environment.
That is their perfect temperature. As you can see, the animals, or the orchids are flowering. I mean, I've got a spraying systems, because the room obviously is sealed. No water can go in and out.
And look, there's a day gecko right there.
Oh, there we go. There's a Madagascan day gecko. There he goes. This is one of my males. I do breed them in here as well, but they freely run around in here. Like we did say just now, the room is completely sealed. Nothing can get in, nothing can get out. So what will happen is the geckos actually don't come down you know, lower than head height. They're all arboreal geckos, so they all stay on top here. So if I feed crickets or something, the crickets are all on the ground in between the cages. So what I've done is I've actually got black soldier fly larvae. I've cut a hole in the container on top over here like that. And I just put them in here. Obviously I feed them as well. And then after about 2 to 3 weeks, the larva pupae, and then the black soldier fly arise. There's one flying over there. Then what they do is the soldier fly larva will fly to the top half of the cage and sit on the walls, and that's how the geckos get their food.
Everywhere you look, there's incredible animals with such cool, amazing setups for them. Iguanas there, iguanas behind you. Over there, caiman back in the corner. It's just mind-blowing. It literally is better than most zoos. That's the thing, building something like this is not easy. I mean, you can see everything has been thought about. The hot rooms for the lizards in winter, like the amount of sunlight they get from the certain directions, everything is thought about, and it's incredible.